Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading from Canto 1st, Chapter 2nd, text 7. And you can read after me. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Ahetukam. Word to word translation. Vasudeva unto Krishna, Bhagavati unto the personality of Godhead, Bhakti Yoga contact of devotional service, Prayojitaha being applied, Janayati does produce, Ashu very soon, Vairagyam detachment, Jnanam knowledge, Cha and Yat that which, Ahetukam causeless. Translation forward by Srila Prabhupada, Acharya ISKCON Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the word. I think before reading purport, can anybody repeat? We can repeat the verse?
Yeah.
So,
anything you want, Prabhu.
Yeah, so you can maybe.
And you have devotees online that listen too.
Oh, okay.
We're on a computer all over the world. Vasudeva, what do we want to chant?
Yeah, chant. Yeah.
Vasudeva Bhagavati
Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Ahetukam. Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Ahetukam. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam. Okay, Srila Prabhupada by Srila Prabhupada. Those who consider devotional service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna to be something like material emotional affairs may argue that in the revealed scriptures, sacrifice, charity, austerity, knowledge, mystic powers, and similar other processes of transcendental realization are recommended. According to them, bhakti or devotional service of the Lord is meant for those who cannot perform the high-grade activities. Generally, it is said that bhakti cult is meant for Shudras, Vaishyas, and less intelligent women class. But that is not the actual fact. Bhakti cult is the topmost of all transcendental activities, and therefore it is simultaneously sublime and easy. It is sublime for the pure devotees who are serious about getting in contact with Supreme Lord, and it is easy for the neophytes just on the threshold of the house of bhakti. To achieve contact of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is a great science, and it is open for all living beings, including the Shudra, Vaishya, women, even those lower than low-born Shudras. So what to speak of high-class men like qualified Brahmanas, the great lice kings. The other high-grade activities designated as sacrifice, charity, austerity are all corollary factors following pure and scientific bhakti cult. The principles of knowledge and detachment are two important factors on the path of transcendental realization. The whole spiritual process leads to perfect knowledge of everything material and spiritual, And the result of such perfect knowledge are that one becomes detached from material affection, becomes attached to spiritual activities. Becoming detached from material things does not mean becoming inert altogether, as men with poor fund of knowledge think. Naishkarmya means not undertaking activities that will produce good and bad effects. Negation does not mean negation of the positive. Similarly, detachment from material forms does not mean nullifying positive form. The bhakti cult is meant for realization of the positive form. When the positive form is realized, the negative forms are automatically eliminated. Therefore, with the development of bhakti cult, with the application of positive service to the positive form, one naturally becomes detached from the inferior things and he becomes attached to the superior things. Similarly, the bhakti cult, being the supermost occupation of living being, leads him out of material sense enjoyment. That is a sign of a pure devotee. He is not a fool, nor is engaged in the inferior energies, nor does he have material values. It is not possible by dry reasoning. This actually happens by the grace of the Almighty. In conclusion, one who is pure devotee has all other good qualities, namely knowledge, detachment, etc. But one who has only knowledge or detachment is not necessarily well acquainted with the principles of bhakti cult. Bhakti is the supermost occupation of the human being. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Tatati Supadantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so we have 1.2.7. This is a famous verse and also often quoted by Srila Prabhupada. And this verse is talking about a very important principle, that bhakti is independent. That's the idea in this verse. There's a one thought in this verse. Bhakti is independent. Just like Krishna is independent, his devotion is independent. Everything depends on devotion. Even Krishna depends on devotion. That's the idea. So devotee, devotion, and God or deity. Who is supreme? Devotion. In fact, in Vrindavan, we don't have a king, we have a queen. That's the idea. Vrindavaneshwari, she controls the king. So here, that point, Sukadeva Goswami is developing that point. And he begins with the word Vasudeva Bhagavati. He uses the name of God, Vasudev. There are innumerable names of God. According to Gaudiya Vaishnav, we have millions of names of God. And according to we are in America. According to Christianity, Kabbalah, mystic Christianity, mystic Judaism, there are 72 names of God. According to Quran, they have 99 names of God revealed to them. So one of the name is Vasudev. And why Sukadeva Goswami, Sutta Goswami, Shaunak Rishi, why they are using this word Vasudev? Why not other names? Govinda and Madhusudan. That's the question. And Acharyas in the commentary they write, especially Sridhar Swami, he writes that Vasudeva means Sarvatra, who is present everywhere, and Sarvantaratma, who is present in everybody's heart. That's Vasudeva. Vas means present, residing. Dev means actually in Sanskrit Dev means, in English if you translate Dev as God, but in Sanskrit Dev means one who performs pastimes. That's the meaning of Dev, which is from which the word Divya comes, divine. One who likes to perform many pastimes, that is Dev. Those who enjoy, those are called demigods. Demigods simply enjoy. They are Devas. And Krishna is Supreme Deva. He also likes to enjoy. But one point has to be kept in mind. Krishna likes to perform pastimes, he likes to enjoy. But it is not that he's simply enjoying like a child with no reason. That's the point we have to remember. Generally, when we say enjoyment, entertainment, we think it has no reason. Simply enjoying. But that's not with Krishna. That is why Vedanta Sutra uses the word na prayojanatvat. This word is used in this slok, prayojitaha. Same word is used in Vedanta Sutra, na prayojanatvat. There is some prayojan. Prayojan means goal. There is something, rationality, some logic behind all his entertainment, all his enjoyment, all his activities. It might seem that he is residing in Vrindavan, Vas, and Deva means he is performing pastimes, and there is no rationality. No, there is a rationality. There is one thought on which all pastimes, all activities, all actions, anything, even blinking of Krishna, it depends on one thought. And that thought is Premdan. That's what Sanatana Goswami says in his book, Stavamala. Krishna Stavamala. He says, Krishna wants to give charity. And that's love. That's love. In material world, he gives charity, that is mercy. In spiritual world, he gives charity, love. In material world, mercy supersedes love. In spiritual world, there is no concept of mercy. There is only love. And he likes to give. Krishna likes to give. That's the idea. We like to take. That's our problem. Sometimes we come to ISKCON, we come to temple, still with taking mentality. That's our problem, no? We want to become pure. That's not bad. We want prasadam. That's not bad. We want mercy. That's not bad. But let us think of not just taking, but giving. What should we give to Krishna? We'll anyway get things. He'll give to us. We don't need to ask him. Even if we want from Krishna, it should be in the mood of giving him back. Just like when people go to Hardwar, they take Ganges water with a mood to offer that Ganges water back to her. Prabhupada gives that example. So even if we want to become pure, that is in the mood, Krishna, let me become pure and I'll serve you double. You give me 20% mercy, I'll give you 40% service. And then you'll give me 80% mercy and then I'll give you 160% service. That's what, there's a competition between Krishna and his devotees. Prabhupada says. So, that's why Sukadeva Goswami is using the name Vasudev here. Why? Because Vasudev means who is residing in Vrindavan, who likes to give charity of love to devotees. And to give that charity of love, he is performing many pastimes. And to give the charity of mercy, he is performing many pastimes. And because of that one reason that he wants to give, he is using this word Vasudev. Because here, Sukadeva Goswami is talking about bhakti. Bhakti. Bhakti can only be achieved only when Krishna wants to give. That's all. Prabhupada says, by our own endeavor, it's not possible. Only by our own endeavor. That we have to keep in mind. Only. If Krishna decides I'll give him bhakti, we'll get it. Krishna decides I'll not give him bhakti, even if for millions of lives we can chant 64 rounds or 3 lakh rounds, you'll never get it. It's impossible. So that fact, Sukadeva Goswami is reminding us by the name Vasudev. Keep in mind, he is independent. His devotion is independent. This is the point I was raising in this verse. Everything is independent. We can't really grasp. We can't just, okay, fine, bhakti, I want bhakti. We can't do that. But then he uses the word bhakti yoga. Why? Sukadeva Goswami is informing us, there's one question Prabhupada raises here. Mayavadis or Jnanis, they like to say that, well, bhakti is for new people, neophytes. Prabhupada is raising that point. For ignorant people. For advanced devotees, when they will advance, they'll realize everything is one. And we are one with God. That's the idea. That's the concept of Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya is Lord Shiva, we know. Vishnu ordered him to propagate Mayavad, to prove that God and soul is one. But the problem he faced was that now, if he has to propagate his theory of Mayavad, he has to write commentaries on scriptures. That's the idea. But in scriptures, bhakti is evident, explicit. There are many verses which say God and Jiva are different, and we have to serve him. So what to do? So Shankaracharya, he devised a plan. That was his trick. He devised two words, Vyavharik and Paramarthik. If you read Mayavad, that was his speculation. And he told, I'll tell you, how do you interpret scriptures? There are two levels, Vyavharik and Paramarthik. Vyavharik means common understanding, Vyavharik. Paramarthik means spiritual understanding. So he told, according to common understanding, for common people, bhakti is mentioned in scriptures. But for people who are spiritual, who have advanced, for them there is monism. Everything becomes one in the end. There is no devotion, there is no God, there is no devotee. And many people bought his philosophy. He was very influential because he could explain all scriptures by his sword, by his two-edged sword, Paramarthik and Vyavharik. By his two-edged sword, he killed Krishna. That's all he did. But then Madhvacharya, Ramanacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and they had also their sword, And that sword was the sword of Bhagavatam. Because Shankaracharya didn't comment on Bhagavatam. He knew if he would have touched Bhagavatam, his theory would collapse. Because Bhagavatam is clear. Vyasadeva makes it clear. Vyavharik, Paramatmik, it's all. He just clears up the confusion. He didn't comment. So Mahaprabhu told, I have a sword, Bhagavatam. He revealed Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam clears this fact that bhakti is, Prabhupada says here, bhakti is for people who are new, we accept it. At the same time, bhakti is for people who are advanced. It's simultaneously easy and difficult. That's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained. It is both easy and difficult. And why? How do we? What evidence do we give? There's one verse in Bhagavatam where that verse famous. Atma Ramas Chamunyo Nirgranthya Piukrame Kurvantya Hitukim Bhakti Mittam Bhuta Gunwari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, many liberated souls like Sukadeva Goswami, they are taking, Prabhupada says, Sukadeva Goswami took trouble to explain so many pastimes of Krishna. Prabhupada uses the word trouble. Of course, it's not trouble for him. But Prabhupada is refuting Mayavad. Why would Sukadeva Goswami take trouble to explain so many pastimes? Sukadeva Goswami is liberated. Who can be more liberated than Sukadeva Goswami? Who can be more like at the time of he was born and he just went naked, That detachment he had. And that appeals to Mayavadis. In fact, the Acharya of Mayavadi is Sukadeva Goswami. The Mayavad Sampradaya begins with Sukadev. If you go to Kanchi, if you go to Sringeri, it is Shankaracharya and then Shankaracharya Gaudapad, his spiritual master, and then you go and then Sukadeva Goswami. And their Acharya is explaining pastimes of Lord Krishna. It seems foolishness, He is in Samadhi and he is doing all these things. So Bhagavatam says if Sukadeva Goswami is describing pastimes of Krishna, then definitely this proves that bhakti is also for advanced devotees. It proves. So it is for both. It is easy and difficult. Easy for new people and difficult for advanced devotees. Well, you might think the contrary. You might think it is difficult for new people but easy for advanced people, but it's not like that. It doesn't happen like that. It is easy for new and difficult for advanced. Because bhakti is directed by Krishna. And Krishna wants to keep things easy for new people, to encourage them. No? So Krishna says, "Tu sukham kartum avayam." Bhakti is very enjoyable, joyful. Just like we were dancing, nice. But the point is, as you advance, instead of becoming easy, it becomes difficult. Why? Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur warns us that when we advance, problem is that we become trapped in the easiness of bhakti. That's the problem. Bhakti is so easy, so it's such a happy process. We become trapped in that happiness of devotion, and we forget our goal, that we have to meet Krishna face to face. Well, we are in front of Krishna face to face, that's one thing. But the idea is, even though we are with Krishna now, we are not with him. Because we are with Krishna, but whether Krishna is with us, we don't know. We don't know. We have accepted Krishna, but Krishna has accepted us. Who knows? He'll not speak to us. He'll not even see us. He's not seeing us. I don't know. Maybe, he's not seeing, at least not me. He's not seeing me. So that's the problem there. We have, I don't know, every time we come to temple, this doubt is there. Whether Krishna will today accept me or not. Whether he'll see me or not. That doubt is always there. There is happiness. Krishna is giving his darshan, but there is distress and sorrow. Krishna, when will you accept me? That's Gaudiya Vaishnava mood. And that mood, that when Krishna will accept me, that hope against hope, that makes a devotee advance and put efforts in devotion. But the point is, we forget all these things. When we chant and dance, definitely we'll experience happiness. That's no doubt. With Krishna, you can't feel unhappy. But that happiness sometimes becomes a trap, because where there's Krishna, where there's light, there is darkness also. Besides that, not with the light. So there is Krishna. As we advance, Maya is also advancing. As we are becoming strong, Maya is also becoming strong. She wants to stop us. She's our opponent. And she'll trick us. And it's very easy to trick us. She'll not, what she'll do? She doesn't have to do anything. She'll simply, okay, fine, enjoy devotion. And we're lost in that. And then we'll forget, my God, I have to attain Krishna. We become lazy. We stop putting efforts. We start thinking, okay, fine, now I'm advancing. That's a good idea. And I'm getting purified. And as soon as we get that thought, I'm becoming purified, I'm advancing, we are trapped. We don't advance. Because a devotee, a true devotee, he'll think, I'm not advancing. He can't think I'm advancing. He cannot think like that. That's the nature of devotion. Devotion is contradictory. Achinte. It's inconceivable. How devotion acts, nobody knows. That is why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, devotion acts in a way how a snake walks. Snake doesn't walk straight, no. It's like this. Sometimes it coils. Nobody knows how devotion is walking. And it's a mystery. So when devotion enters the heart of devotee, devotee thinks, well, I don't have devotion. When devotee is advancing, devotee thinks, I'm not advancing. When devotee is experiencing bliss, he thinks this bliss, I'm not qualified to feel this bliss. And when Krishna accepts a devotee feels, Krishna, I think you should have rejected me. But out of your causeless mercy, you are accepting me. Thank you. So that's a devotee. That is why Sukadeva Goswami is using this word Bhakti Yoga here, the second word, to emphasize his point that Bhakti is the topmost process. It is easy for new people. It is difficult for advanced people. It is not an easy process. The more you advance, the more difficult it becomes. The more you climb the mountain, the more difficult it becomes. It's not easy. So we have to be careful. Our opponent is becoming strong. And Maya knows if she can make advanced devotees fall down, new devotees, they'll automatically go because they'll become disturbed. She simply has to do work at the top, not at the bottom. That is why Prabhupada wrote many letters to GBC. You can see many letters, 1976, 1975, from Gorakhpur, from Andhra Pradesh, and Prabhupada told to GBC, be careful. To GBC, you can imagine, be careful, be strong, read my books, otherwise you'll fall down. Well, you can think why Prabhupada is writing to GBC. Because Prabhupada knew it's difficult. It becomes difficult. I went to Jaipur, Salemabad. There's a place, Salemabad in Jaipur. So they have Nimbark Sampradaya there. Nimbarkacharya Sampradaya. There is a Sampradaya, Nimbarkacharya. And their head, I met him. He's a Vaishnav. Sriji Maharaj. I met him. And he told me that his guru, he took sannyas at the age of 5 years.
What?
He took sannyas at the age of 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. In that sampradaya, traditionally it happens, when child is young, they see the horoscope, they see some qualities, they give him sannyas. So 5 years he took sannyas. And now he is 90 years. You can imagine. He's a sannyasi more than any of our sannyasis in ISKCON or anybody, he's more. And, surprise, at the age of 85, he got a doubt.
He did what?
He got a doubt. At the age of 85, he got a doubt. And the doubt was whether Krishna is supreme or not. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? And Sriji Maharaj, he was his disciple. He went, he asked his guru, what happened? You are so anxious. He opened his Bhagavatam, he opened Mahabharata, he opened Gita, he opened his Vedas, and he was messed up. He didn't sleep entire night. And Sriji Maharaj asked him, what happened? He told, I have got a doubt, Krishna is supreme or not. Maybe I have wasted my life. So, if it can happen with him, it can happen with us also.
I give up.
No. So Maya can do anything. We can't underestimate her power. We should never underestimate her power. No matter how much advanced we are, we have to be careful. The idea to save ourselves is to be always with devotees. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. We don't need to give up. But we have to be careful. That's the idea. We cannot. We can never. Vishwamitra fell down. Brahmaji, he fell down. At least he showed in his pastimes, he was attracted to his daughter. Yeah, so what to do? So, Rupa Goswami admits in one of his songs, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande, that famous song. He admits, Krishna, your Maya is very strong. I know. Who am I? And who are you? Where am I and where are you? There's a big gap between you and me. But I've heard from devotees that you are very merciful. I've heard from devotees that you can do impossible possible and possible impossible. Ghatan aghatan patyasi. I know it's impossible for me to cross Maya. I know it's impossible for me to become purified. But it is possible for you to make impossible possible. So, I request that you please exercise your power of making impossible possible on me and attain glory. You attain that glory. Because if you can show people this power of making impossible possible, people will praise you. And I am that guinea pig to do that experiment. Do the experiment on me and attain glory. And that process I'll also be delivered. That's the idea. So, yes, we don't have hope. Maya is strong. But at the same time, from our perspective, if we look ourselves, we are gone case. We don't have hope. Yeah. Oh, we got it here? Thank you. So, from our perspective, we don't have hope. But when we see ourselves, it's a rejected case. But as soon as we come to temple and we see Krishna, we get hope. Okay, yes. Because from his perspective, it is possible. From our perspective, it's impossible. And that is where devotee lives in these two possibilities. Thank you. Impossibility and possibility. Both. When he sees himself, oh Krishna. When he sees Krishna, okay, nice. It can happen. And that is this dilemma which a devotee lives in. This duality. Oh, by this duality we can cross the duality of material world. So to cross the duality, Krishna says, Rasvarjam rasopiyasya, by higher taste you leave the lower taste. So by higher duality, you leave superficial duality. This is the duality we want. It is possible and impossible. It is difficult and easy. I can achieve Krishna. I may not achieve Krishna, but I will achieve Krishna. It is a happy process. At the same time, it is sorrow, separation. This duality he lives in. And this duality brings humility. This is the cause of humility in a devotee. This duality will purify him. This is what Bhaktivedanta Swami writes. This dilemma will produce an eagerness to attain Krishna. Krishna, I want you. I want you. When I look myself, it seems impossible. When I look at you and Radharani, it seems, yes, it is possible. And that is why Sukadeva Goswami is using this word, Bhakti Yoga. This is nice. But then he qualifies this word by prayojitaha. This word prayojita means prakarshena yojitaha in Sanskrit. This prakarshena means fully. Yojita means application. Prabhupada writes, being applied. Sukadeva Goswami says, if you want to do bhakti, do it fully and sincerely. Don't play with Krishna. If you play with Krishna, Krishna will play with you. That's all. And when he comes to play with you, you get defeated. You will not even know where you are. So we have to be serious. If you're serious, Krishna is serious. Simple. It's so simple. Prayojitaha. Let us make our lives perfect. Let us not stop our efforts until we meet Krishna face to face. That's our goal. That's our goal. Let us keep on advancing till one day we come here in front of Kalachand and he will speak to us. That day we are waiting. That day. Not just we come and we go back. We come and go back and he's not spoken to us. It happened with all acharyas. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he was talking to his deities. You know, in Vrindavan, Gokul, I think Radha Gokul Chandra. Baladev Devashini was speaking deities. Rupa Goswami, they were speaking with deities. Why? Because they were perfect. That's a symptom of love. When you develop love for God, God will speak to you. That's the evidence he will give. How do we know we have developed love? Okay, I have developed love. How do you know? Oh, I feel love. Well, that's your feeling, you know. What's the evidence? What's the objective evidence? That's subjective. Subjective may be wrong. You know. Subjective is not science, no? In America. You need objective evidence. So what's the objective evidence? Krishna will speak to you. He will reveal his form, his names, his qualities, his voice, his smell of his body to you. That day, that is love. So Mahaprabhu says, our goal is love. Krishna Prem Pumarto Mahan. And how do we know we have developed love? Yes, Krishna will interact with us. So that day we are waiting for. When we come here, Kalachand will interact with you. Till that day, don't think that I am perfect. Don't think. Because if we start thinking, we are trapped. Don't think I'm advanced. No. We might be, if you're in an ocean, And one person, he's swimming in the ocean, and he went around 500 meters in the ocean, He swam and went 500 meters deep. And another person, he swam and he went 20 kilometers deep in the ocean. Okay, fine. Who is an expert swimmer? This person who went 500 meters or who has went 20 kilometers? You might say, okay, person who is swimming for 20 kilometers, he's expert. But that's from your perspective. From the perspective of ocean, both are nonsense. 20 kilometers, nothing in ocean. That's nothing. Both are new people. 20 or 500 doesn't matter. From the perspective of ocean, if you see. So, from the perspective of Krishna, we are all new. 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, 30 years, 40 years. We are new up till the point when Krishna doesn't talk to us. We are new. We should consider new, yeah. Krishna, I am fallen. We are fallen. That's why Krishna is not talking to us, isn't it? That might be the case. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when he went to Sri Rangam, he said, Krishna, I am so unfortunate. I am sinful. That is why you don't talk to me.
Is that why all those devotees say they're sinful? Because I never understood that.
Yeah, that is why they say I am sinful. That's a point. That is why a devotee can always feel I am sinful. Otherwise, how does this thing work? Because we are chanting holy name. Holy name is supposed to finish all sins. And I am chanting and I am not sinful. But no. Krishna is not talking to us. There has to be some sins. Otherwise, he will talk to us. He'll come and embrace us. That's why devotees think I am sinful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I am sinful because I am not dying.
Because I'm not what?
I am not dying.
Dying?
Yeah. If I would have got love for you, if I would have no sins, and this means I would have got love for you, and if I would have got true love for you, I would have died at this moment. Because true love can never tolerate separation. It can't. And the fact I am live, I am living, this means I don't feel separation. This means I don't have love. This means I have sins. And that's why a devotee always feels he is sinful. So that is the word prayojitaha. Sukadeva Goswami is using the word prayojitaha. That's important. Yeah, go forward. Go forward till you meet Krishna.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, Prabhu, till what time should we have to?
We have plenty of time.
Okay.
You got 2 more verses.
Oh, 2 more lines. But till 8:45 we have to go?
We go to about 8:30, we usually start with questions.
Okay, fine. I'll just go on and then we'll... Okay, so that prayojitaya, you have to be sincere. So that's... Devotees say you have to be sincere, But what's the meaning of sincerity? No, that's the idea. That's what I'm explaining. The sincerity word is abstract. Because everybody can think I'm sincere. But then what's the bottom line? What's the benchmark of sincerity? Benchmark is we have to meet Krishna. That is our target. And that is that much sincerity we should have. And then he says, okay, if you're sincere, what happens? Janyati ashu vairagyam. Janyati means produced. Ashu means very quickly. Very quickly you will develop vairagya, detachment. If you are sincere, you will become detached. How you will become detached? If you are sincere and you have focused your mind and thoughts and words on Krishna, you will develop attachment for him. Of course, whatever you are thinking, 24 hours you will be attached to that. No? Oh, there was one devotee. He was a brahmachari in India, and he told I'll never marry. And then I think his spiritual master asked him to go to Africa. So he went to Africa, and he told, well, Africa, it's easy to remain brahmachari because females are not that. To him, black females are not attractive. So I can't remain brahmachari. So he went to Africa, and after 4 years he came back with a black woman. And he was married. And devotees asked, what happened to you? You were not attracted to her. You wanted always a white woman and not a black female. He told, well, I was I was seeing them, and I was daily seeing them, and then slowly I developed attraction. So that's the nature of mind. Whatever you start thinking, you get attracted. Even if initially you dislike it the most, you dislike that thing most. But once you start thinking, you develop attraction. That is the nature of soul. So many people come to America, they don't like pizza, just like I don't like Indians. Cheese. So, but many Indian families who are in America, they are eating cheese and pizza. I told them, what happened? Well, first time I didn't like, second time I liked less. I disliked less. Third time I disliked even less. And fourth time I started liking it. So, Krishna is anyway so attractive. He is not attractive. And if we start thinking about him 24 hours, it is impossible not to become attracted to him. And if, even after thinking about him, we don't get attracted to him, there is a serious problem. And the problem lies in this word prayojita. We are not sincere. The problem lies that we have forgotten our goal. We have to meet Krishna one day, face to face. We can't stop. No matter whatever anybody says, who cares? It's our journey, no? Everybody has their own journey. We are together, but still we are independent, no? Everybody has his own journey. Everybody will be revealed the secrets of devotion according to his own advancement. And you can't share that. It's not possible. I can't share my realizations with you. I can tell you what I feel, but I can't give you that feeling. That you have to take on your own. You have to earn that realizations on your own. So, Janyati Ashu Vairagyam. If we are sincere, Krishna will give us gift. He will give us 2 gifts. If we are sincere. 2 gifts. First gift is renunciation. Detachment. This is a gift from Krishna. Such a nice gift, no? Detachment. That detachment, which is the aim of yogis and jnanis, and they mess up their entire life. And they meditate like 26 hours. And then they achieve detachment. That Krishna will give us as a gift. So nice. Krishna is so nice. We don't realize what gift he's giving, but he knows what he's giving us. So we get free. We get for free. What yogis are meditating and they are dying, we get for free. Detachment. And the next, and Sukadeva Goswami says Ashu. Ashu means very soon. Very soon. Very soon, well, it doesn't appear to be very soon, no? We are chanting, we are doing devotion, but still our minds are so much disturbed. Even after so many years. It doesn't seem very soon, but then why does Sukadeva Goswami says very soon you will attain detachment? You're still attached after so many years. You're not detached. Okay, attachment has reduced to this material world. But Sukadeva Goswami says very soon. What does he mean by very soon? How much soon? In 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20 years? Very soon means from the perspective of eternality. Even one life is very soon. You got my point? So it might take some time from our perspective. It might take 20, 30 years. But from the perspective of eternality, it is very soon. That is why Sukadeva Goswami is using this word, very soon you will attain detachment. So we did not doubt on Bhagavatam. Oh, I am practicing bhakti, but I am not getting detachment. What's happening? Still I am chanting and my mind is... Either Sukadeva Goswami is wrong, or there is some problem in my devotion. Might be both are not the case. Might be Sukadeva Goswami is okay. Of course, I mean to say, he is correct. And might be we are sincere on our part, how much we can do. But the problem is we didn't understand what he's speaking. Very soon means from the perspective of eternality. And very soon also means, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives an explanation. Very soon means, when you are sad, even one moment seems big, no? When you're happy, you don't know how time passes. So he is using this word very soon to make us understand. See, when you do devotion, you will be so happy that even 20 years will look like a moment. And you will very soon attain detachment. So that's the idea he's bringing up. And not only detachment, but jnanam. You get knowledge. Knowledge means wisdom, not information. Knowledge means realization, not knowledge. And knowledge means maturity. That's knowledge here. It is not simply some kind of points. So that wisdom, knowledge we'll get. As we chant, we'll get knowledge. We have to keep in mind, we are not interested in information. We are interested in reformation. We should reform our heart. And that happens by wisdom and realization. And how does it happen? Ahetukam. Ahetukam means causeless mercy. Prabhupada says in purport, by the grace of Almighty, you will attain all these things. You will attain devotion by the grace of Almighty. But that department of grace, He has given to devotees. He doesn't give grace directly. The department He has given, He is HOD and devotees are professors. If you want grace, you have to go to devotees, not the HOD. He'll say, no, go to. So that He gives grace to people, to His devotees, to ordinary people in form of scriptures and knowledge of devotion. And then as we practice devotion in the form of super soul, He gives grace in the form of detachment and knowledge. And then when we advance more, then in the form of Bhagwan, direct Supreme Personality of Godhead, He gives grace in form of love of God. And then He reveals Himself to people who have love. He talks to him, He embraces him. He accepts them as His own family member. You are with Him. Finish. This is human life. Mission accomplished. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any questions? That's all. If there's any questions. Oh, where is he?
Thank you for the wonderful class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Was there any reason why you picked this verse today?
Because this is his favorite verse.
Oh.
Yes, so I wanted to please him, so I picked this verse.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's all.
I was just curious. It just seems like seems very easy in one sense, but in another sense it seems impossible. It's Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I was curious about your own good self. What's your experience with Bhakti Yoga?
Same. It's easy, but at the same time, it's very difficult. So, in Prabhupada's words, I think we can feel that process is easy, but application is difficult. So that sums up everything, Application is difficult. Process is okay, it's easy. And that's what all of us realize.
Now, as far as I've understood, the secret of success is our relationship with our spiritual master.
Yeah, of course. Definitely. Prabhupada says, secret of success, spiritual with spiritual master. But the point is, what is important in spiritual master? That's also Prabhupada describes. His instructions, his teachings. In teachings, we find spiritual master. And in spiritual master, we find his teachings. So that teachings we have to imbibe. The greatest service to Prabhupada we can do is to imbibe his teachings. Isn't it? And that is secret of success. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to churn his teachings and get that nectar out. Just like Krishna, just like gopis, they churned the butter and got the nectar out. And then Krishna came and stole. So we are like gopis, if you say, we follow our gopis, no? So what we have to do? We have to churn our heart and get that butter out, that love. And then Krishna will come and steal it. But that churning rod is scriptures. His scriptures. And that rope to churn, that is the teachings of Prabhupada. That is his purports by which we can churn it. And that will matter. So everybody is attached to Prabhupada. All of devotees. But some people advance, some people do not. Why? Because some people understand. Real attachment to Prabhupada is to understand his teachings. That's the idea. Then Prabhupada will be so pleased. That's what Prabhupada told, no? That why I've written my... And Prabhupada has always complained. It is his complaint always that my devotees are not reading my books. Always. You read letters after letters, conversations after conversations. Even 1976 when ISKCON was established. And, okay, Prabhupada, from his side I have done things. At that time he diagnosed the problem of ISKCON. Prabhupada told, my devotees are distributing books, they are Govinda, they are temple, they are preaching, but they are not reading my books. He wrote a letter in 1976, and that legacy of ISKCON still continues. Nobody is reading Prabhupada books. They are reading, I understand, but from my perspective, reading is not just reading, it means contemplation. We have, just like we discussed, Prabhupada says, you have to discuss my purports and shlokas very, very scrutinizingly. In one of his letter, very, very scrutinizingly. So it's Prabhupada's instructions. From all angles we should discuss, that's what Prabhupada wants. And if we can do that, we can imbibe his teachings and become pure. That will please Prabhupada the most. That's what is from my understanding.
Well, in like my case, my spiritual master is not Srila Prabhupada directly, but I know we...
My also not.
I know every day we chant that the translation to the Guru Puja song, Sri Guru Charana Padma, and it's the lotus feet of our spiritual master, the only way by which we can...
No, but yeah, I understand. Okay, I understand. See, from Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective, spiritual master is not just one person. We can't divide him. Because that is not a good perspective. Spiritual master means all.
But we have an actual person.
Yeah, we have an actual person, but that person is important for us. That person in itself, he is important for us because he carries the teachings of the Sampradaya, no? Otherwise that person is not important, otherwise he is ordinary, no? Any person is ordinary, but because he has imbibed the teachings in himself, that is why he is important. So by teachings make him important. He has the teachings in his life, in his blood. He practices that, isn't it? Otherwise, if spiritual master, suppose in scriptures there is also injunction, if spiritual master deviates from the teachings, you are supposed to leave him, no? Why? Because we know teachings make him what he is. If he is not following teachings, then he is not what he is. So he is carrying the teachings of Prabhupada. So if we are following the teachings of Prabhupada, we are in touch with our spiritual master. So that's the point. If we are following the teachings of Sampradaya, we are in touch with Prabhupada. So it doesn't go from down to up, it comes from up to down. Got my point? So we generally see from down to up. My spiritual master, then Prabhupada, then Bhaktisiddhanta. But actually it's coming from up to down. It is Krishna is in his devotees, and devotees' teachings are in devotees down. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is there in Bhaktisiddhanta, Bhaktisiddhanta is in Bhaktivedanta, Bhaktivedanta is in his spiritual master. So, surrendering to Prabhupada is surrendering to spiritual master. That's the idea.
Well, I do know that Srila Prabhupada also says that if we are fortunate enough to get an actual instruction from our spiritual master, that supersedes everything.
Oh, I got your point. Fine. So that instructions are divided into two parts: specific instruction and general instructions. So spiritual master will give us specific instructions if we are qualified. Okay, you do this. But there are general instructions and general information that we have to take from Prabhupada books. We have to realize that. So in that specific instruction, that's the case. Prabhupada is telling, okay, if you follow that, that's okay. But what about general? That also you have to follow. So doctor gives prescription. Okay, this medicine at this time, this medicine at this time. We take that prescription, but simultaneously we also have to be attentive of our diet, of our lifestyle, if that medicine should act. So spiritual master has given us specific instruction. Okay, you preach to scientists, for example, or you do distribute books. Simultaneously, we have to work on other things also. Prabhupada's teachings, other realizations, And then things we can advance.
And we should also worship the form of our spiritual master.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, we are all personal. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Form, pastimes, instructions, yeah.
This is my realization, that in ISKCON we have so much variation, so much different variation of different modes, etc. Primarily because that the focus is not directly on teachings and modes of Srila Prabhupada. The focus has many times gone to the different spiritual masters, what their mode is, and we carry those in that mode. Instead of that, if we focus on Prabhupada's mode and mission,
yeah, that is also there.
More cohesive, much more cohesive throughout this. That is my humble.
That is okay, but what I would like to add here is, it's not bad to have different moods. Different people have different moods. No, we are having variety. That it is spiritual word. It's full of variety, and Krishna likes that. Different spiritual masters, different moods. It is nice. If everybody has same mood, Krishna becomes bored. What's happening? Everybody is same. So some people, some spiritual masters, they like kirtans. Okay, good, nice. Some have preaching. Okay, fine. They are into preaching. Some are deity worship. Some are. So it's good. But at the same time, bhed. It is simultaneously one and different. Different moods, but we have to be wise that all this mood, all different moods are approaching Srila Prabhupada. And that harmonization we should have. That will come by wisdom. That will come by teachings of Prabhupada. We'll be able to harmonize. Basics, principles are same. Details might differ. That we have to keep in mind. Prabhupada said that statement. So this is good point. Yeah, everything has to be taken. This is how we can balance things. Isn't that? Otherwise it becomes one thing.
Well, my experience in ISKCON has been that our spiritual masters always have that mood of Srila Prabhupada. How could they not have the books?
Yeah. Details might differ, principles are the same. So just like some spiritual master, they like to do kirtans more, they are into kirtans more. Some spiritual master, they are into reading more. So these are details. Principles are same. Surrender, they should be same. Prabhupada, surrender, you have to become pure devotee, you have to be sincere, and that should be same. So like this, we have to balance.
Yeah, I feel exactly like you. There's just variety because that's the nature of spiritual.
Yeah, it should be there. It should be there. Yeah, it should be there.
I guess my question was, how is the best way to approach our spiritual master?
The best way to approach spiritual master is to follow teachings of Prabhupada. He'll be pleased. If he's true spiritual master, he'll be pleased. Isn't it? Okay, so if there's... Oh, Prabhu, you wanted to ask something, no? Yeah, you raised your hand. Okay, thank you.
What's your name, Prabhu?
My name is Keshav Anand Das.
Keshav Anand?
Yeah, Keshav Anand.
Keshav Anand.
Yeah. So I'm a disciple of Bhakti Vikasa Maharaj.
Who?
Bhakti Vikasa Swami. Bhakti Vikasa Swami.
Bhakti Vikasa Swami.
Bhakti Vikas. Bhakti Vikasa Swami. Yeah. I'm his disciple. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah. So, well, yeah. So like that. That's my small.
And your name is again?
My name is Keshav Anand Das.
Keshav
Anand, yeah. Keshav Anand, and I am a useless devotee. No, not a devotee. Trying to be a devotee.
How long are you going to be here?
How long? Mm-hmm. I've been
In Dallas.
in that. I'll be probably 6 days more.
Excellent.
So I think tomorrow, if we have class, I'll be giving some. If they give opportunity to give, I'll be delivering some class, and I'll be with.
I saw there was a devotee that was said they're going to give 4 days of classes. So is that you?
Where 4 days of classes? Where? Here? Bhagavatam? Yeah. Yeah. If there's no other speaker, so I'll be with you all. I can serve you. That's nice.
Is it going to be on this verse? On verses you're going to check?
Yeah. I'm going to choose some verses and some good verses.
Thank you for your mercy.
Oh, no. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for that.
His Grace Keshav Anand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. You wanted to comment something, bro? He wanted to comment something. Yes. He wants to comment something. Hare Krishna.